And pretty soon I had built up some time, and I had a program. And my program was, don't drink and go to meetings. Don't drink and go to meetings. Don't drink and go to meetings. But I'll tell you something. I guess around a year and a half, that's not enough. For somebody else, it may be 6 months later. That's not enough. Because I was going around to meetings, and I started feeling different from people. Even while I was at meetings, I started going, you know, I'm not getting what they're talking about. I'm going to meetings and I'm not drinking. I'm going to meetings and not drinking, but I don't feel, I'm starting to feel different again. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to have to get out of AA. I'm starting to feel something is wrong. I wasn't relating to people talking about being spiritual. I would block my ears when I'd hear that. I'd say, I don't need that, because all I do is go to meetings and don't drink. All I do is go to meetings and I don't need to hear spiritual. I don't need to say the Lord's Prayer. I don't need to say God. I don't need to say higher power. All I do is go to meetings and not drink, and everything's going to be all right. And I didn't realize that, yes, that's true. Everything's going to be all right. It's going to be all right in that I'm going to be able to stay alive long enough to get myself straightened out. And I really believe now that what was going on is sort of a full circle that works in AA. And not drinking is the beginning of it. And the way it works for me is that I have to not drink in order that I can stay alive so I can work the steps so that I won't drink. And that's how it comes all the way back to not drinking. And what I was doing is I was sitting on a time bomb. I was sitting on how long can you hold your breath kind of a situation. I was just testing my ability to stay sober without changing. And I think everybody's just got a certain amount you can be stretched. And then you're going to have to go one way or the other. You're going to have to get into AA, or you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to take some of the steps or go away. There's that moment. And it's kind of like having one foot on the shore and one foot in the boat. And the boat's going out, and you're going, I'm not sure if I want to go there or I want to stay here. Are you really in AA? I'm making my mind up, man. You better make it up soon because you're going to fall in the water. And there's that's where I was. And I had to make a jump one way or the other. And the jump involved a tremendous leap of faith. The jump involved becoming spiritual. And I wasn't spiritual. And I said, how the heck am I going to become spiritual? And that was the problem. I didn't relate to that. I kept hearing about higher power. And I remember studying the third step. And I called my sponsor about 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, you see this in the third step, it's talking about God. I said, let me just ask you one question. That isn't the God, is it? Right? You're not talking about the official God, are you, in the middle of this thing here? I saw a higher power, and then all of a sudden it was God was there. And he's laughing like, he says, we'll talk about it tomorrow, and I come over there, and he starts, I said, this guy's been looking for me. Millions of years to do in purgatory. I've got all of it. This guy's, oh no, I'm not turning my life over there. We got a lot of trouble. And, he's laughing away, and he says, wait a minute, we got to make an emergency for you. We got a problem here. We have to make an emergency. Well, we're going to have you do. Why don't we have you turn your life over to whatever will take it? Hey! All right. And as we do that, we'll have a miracle. Okay, I like the miracle. And you know what he said the miracle was? He says, the miracle will be that your life will no longer be in the hands of an idiot. We could go out here in the street and stop the first truck driver coming down and have him run your life for the next year, and it'll be better off than if you keep running it. This is the problem. And then you will come to understand a higher power through what happens to you by relinquishing control of your life. And I have seen no better explanation as for us who are so confused about a higher power than is contained in the 12 and 12 in the third step when it compares it to electricity. I just love that. That explained it all to me. I don't have to understand electricity in order to use it. I still don't understand electricity. I don't understand volts and amperage and blah, blah. In order to vacuum my apartment, I don't need to understand that. I just know that if you plug into that power and you go around and do the work, it works. What do I have to understand that? Do I have to write down electricity is this and that? I don't have to understand that at all. But I know all about electricity now in my life. I know where I can use it, turn lights on when it's dark, I can get warm, I can get air conditioning, I can do everything with this source that I don't understand at all. And that's exactly the way I feel about a higher power now, is simply I understand the difference that took place in my life as a result of trying to turn my life over to this, of trying this unidentified, as far as I'm concerned, source. I don't understand it still, other than what the results are.